Hilfiger. Limited edition, okay? And this is the Star Report on a Sunday evening. All right, I'm your host, Star, and this is the objective perspective for those who don't know. Callers, I would like some new callers tonight, with the exception of Florida Boy Jay and possibly Aaron, who lives in the Kansas City area. Everybody else, fall back. Come back tomorrow, okay? A tragedy happened in Kansas City, Missouri, this past Thursday, which was the 13th. I want to talk about this and the press conference that happened today. Also, a rally in North Kansas City, okay? People are, I don't know if I should say upset, but they're rallying in front of the home of the shooter, okay? So what we have at this point in time, people are saying this is a hate crime. A 16-year-old young male, let me just say that, Ralph Yarl, okay? Ralph Yarl, 16 years of age. Supposedly, as the story goes, he was headed to pick up his younger sibling, his younger brother. He went to the wrong house, and the homeowner shot through the glass door, okay? Shot through the glass, stepped outside, and then shot him again in the head. So he was shot twice, Ralph Yarl. He's still alive. He's in the hospital, but he's not able to give his version of what happened thus far. So there's a GoFundMe that the family has set up, and the homeowner was detained, and he was released, okay? People are saying a hate crime. I want to put two theories on the table this evening. Two theories, and I want us to, again, to explore some options here. I have given these types of stories over the years, and I tend not to jump out the window, especially because we live in a different day and time, and society is different. Does racism still exist? You betcha. It always will, you know? But not everybody who you know, pulls a trigger is necessarily a racist, okay? Also, my showrunner, is it necessary to be in a relationship? That's the question for the screen. But the real question, catch this, is masturbation a better option? Is masturbation a better option? Give me some time, because most of you should know I'm a science fiction reader, science fiction film lover, and I watched another one of my top 50 favorite films of all time, Surrogates from 2009 with Bruce Willis. Really, really good film. Watched that yesterday. And I started thinking, you know, I'm a thinking nigga. And the reality of our society and how it has fallen. And, you know, dating is not what it used to be. And everybody is vanity driven now. Everybody. Matter of fact, I'll even jump out the window and say 75% of today's women are not worth the effort. I'm saying that now. 75%, whatever color or lack thereof, they're not worth the effort. So that's coming up shortly. Is masturbation a better option? But I'm not putting that on the screen. On the screen, you're going to see, is it necessary to be in a relationship, all right? Troll babies, good evening. How are you guys doing? Okay. I got a little more Snoop Dogg, Cali Red Wine, okay? Language will be monitored this evening when you call in. Please watch your language, or I will have to get you off of the lines. YouTube has been clamping down. If you're a content creator, you know this already. Specifically after that video with the Dalai Lama and the minor, I spoke to 3 people whose channels were demonetized. Now, was it because of the audio, people describing what happened? No. These people posted that video. So I want to just be a little careful with the language, all right? So when you call him. Now, let me get back to my theories with regards to the 16-year-old in Kansas City, Ralph Yarl, who, again, he's still alive, being shot twice in the head, all right? Now, as a firearm carrier, legally, and I have guns here in the home. I live in Woodstock, Georgia. I've been here since 2019. I sleep with firearms. I'm 58 years of age, soon to be 59. I'm too old to tussle with the younger generation. I know this about myself. I'm not trigger happy, but I'm not going to let you get one up on me if I can help it. And I even realized that I can't have pets within the home anymore because I'll fuck around and shoot a pet. Can I get an amen from anybody from my generation? I don't mean to laugh. Anybody from my generation, as the old yard man used to say, gunshot for every blood clot. I can't have pets in the house because if a pet runs too fast and I'm, out of my peripheral, bang, I might shoot the goddamn pet, huh? Cheers. I can't tussle with the younger generation. Now, not to take the side of the homeowner in Kansas City. And Aaron, if you're out there, I want to talk to you. Florida Boy Jay, you can call now. I want to get you in the queue. Not to take the side of the homeowner. He may have been an older man. I saw one of the neighbors talking to a news camera. He appeared to be from my generation. The area is not blue chip. It's working class, suburbia. And the neighbor said that he loved the guy, the shooter. He just said, I love him. We're neighbors. We've been living here for years. So I'm getting a sense that the guy who shot the 16-year-old, probably in his late 50s, maybe early 60s. Again, not necessarily, not at the age where you're going to tussle with a younger person. Now, let me just say this. Let me lay this out, and you guys can call in, chime in. The 16-year-old, he's of the generation where they live in these goddamn phones. They don't take their head out. They're driving, they're texting, they're scrolling, they're sliding, they're swiping. They're zombies, for real, for real. Did the young man, and I say this with all due respect, he didn't deserve to get shot, but did Ralph Yarl, 16 years of age, did he go to the wrong house because he was too focused on the phone? I mean, that's the report, that he went to the wrong house. The correct house was around the corner. Was he too into the goddamn phone? He didn't pay attention, got up to the door, rang the doorbell or started knocking and then pulling. The homeowner, a Caucasian, he's an older man. Oh, shit, they're coming to get me. Bang! Just shoots. This is a possible theory. I want to hear from you. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but I've given these stories over the decades. Sometimes it's an older person who just doesn't want to get caught lacking. I hate to say it like that. But again, he's alive. Ralph Yarl, 16 years of age. This happened this past Thursday, in case you're not up to speed. Oh, also I want to say this. Please, stop it with this, on social media. Yo, why ain't the mainstream news covering this? And then some of you are tagging me. I mean, I don't mind you tagging me if you support this show. This is work here. But don't say, why isn't the mainstream covering this story, but yet and still you go to the Shade Room every goddamn day. You go to every other platform that has the T. The T. There's a reason why these black news networks flop, fail, and go under. There's a reason. And let me just say this also. Hold on a second. You have the power. And I'm talking to the urban community more so. You have the power to focus on these particular tragedies. Let me ask you guys a second, Troll Babies. Is BET, is this story that I'm talking about tonight on a Sunday, is this story on BET? Vernell, hold on a second. I got your donation. Hold on, Vernell. Florida Boy Jay, need you on the line ASAP. Is BET on this story tonight? Give me some other black news networks. Are they on this story tonight? I don't mind you tagging me about news, but don't tag me about nonsense acting like I'm not on my goddamn job. Again, this is the objective perspective. Okay, he said he's on the line. Sit tight, Florida Boy Jay. The young man, this may have been a sad mistake on his part. On his part. Could have went to the wrong home, not paying attention. And if I can just say this also, before I take Florida Boy Jay's call, 2 years ago, I went to a concert with a buddy of mine, you know? His 2 daughters were like 14 years of age at the time. I'm not going to say which concert, but, you know, his daughters were like in the goddamn phones the entire fucking time. They were filming, you know, the show, but then they were like zombified, whatever you want to call it. Just, I didn't say nothing to him because those are his daughters, but I'm like, damn, did they even enjoy the show? Anyway, that's one of my theories. Let me bring Florida Boy Jay in. There you are, Florida Boy Jay, repping Jacksonville. Good evening, sir.
What's up, man? What's poppin'? What's going on, man? What's going on? We get to Manosphere, or where are we going?
Your phone's going in and out a little bit. Can you make some adjustments? In and out, in and out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was saying, do you want to attack the pandering Manosphere topic, or where would you like to go? Is it necessary to be in a relationship?
Okay, hold on a second, because I spoke to you earlier. Now, you put me onto Ice Spice months ago. Folks, give me a second. Florida Boy Jay and I just have to address something here. So I like her little cute little demeanor. She's not the best rapper, nor does she have to be. But I'm a little disgusted by this. She did a track with Nicki Minaj, or they're working on something. Nicki Minaj has never disrespected me. I got a diamond plaque up in my goddamn bedroom, Nicki Minaj. But Nicki's, you know, she's chubby. Why is Ice Spice twerking with Nicki Minaj in some type of goddamn studio? And you said that Ice Spice signed to Nicki's label. I did some research, and that's not necessarily true. They're saying that's a rumor. Are you sure? Because I'm look to you, man, for this accuracy on this young stuff.
Right. So let's break down the Ice Spice situation.
Please.
Like you said before, if you really pay attention to Ice Spice and her origin, she's a barb. She grew up in New York. She idolizes Nicki Minaj, not like the other girls who want to get a track. She is really one of the true blue fans. When she came up, as she's risen, she has dressed kind of like Nicki Minaj, give her ode to her old dress code. So Nicki pulled her up, like Nicki has done some other up-and-coming rappers, got on a track with her, did a record. Niggas cannot tell you one word of the record, but the gifts have been going triple platinum. The pictures, the images have been going quadruple platinum. And according to certain sources, not anything confirmed, they said that Ice Spice has signed a management deal with Nicki's label. Oh,
God. Stop right there. You see, that's what I don't want to hear, a management deal. That is the worst thing one artist can do. And I'm even going to jump out the window and say, you know, Nicki Minaj has never disrespected me, but she's got what I perceive to be a nasty attitude. Ice Spice is the total opposite. Now, hang on a second, because Uproxx, UPROXX, is saying it's a rumor. Now, if you got a source, that's one thing, but Uproxx is saying Ice Spice has a current deal with Virgin Music Group, and this thing with Nicki Minaj it's a rumor. And I want to correct you. I want to correct you. Ice Spice was popping without Nicki Minaj. She's doing goddamn TikTok videos with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's daughter. She's lit. She doesn't need a cosign from Nicki Minaj. And that's what's bothering me. That's why I called you. But now I'm saying that she did not sign to her. Are you sure? Before we continue.
I just sent you an email from Hot 97.
Oh,
last night.
Stop.
Nicki Minaj.
Stop it. That's not an official source. I got to keep it real. Funkmaster Flex wasn't even up on Ice Spice when I was on his show December the 8th. So what else other than Hot 97?
So you need another source other than Hot 97. Okay, Uproar X, they were on it. AmericanSongwriter.com were on it. It's a few, the YBF, they're on it. a few publications have came out publicly and said that Ice Spice has signed to Nicki Minaj in some sort of deal.
All right.
There's multiple publications.
All right. I'm looking in the live chat. Now, listen, the reason why I'm kind of hard on you, man, is because last time you and I spoke, something with the ACL, you said the wrong thing, and they were tearing you apart. Remember? So I'm trying to be sure here, my nigga.
Listen, that's okay. Half the time, they're going to say I'm dead wrong even when I'm right. That's why when I come to sports or certain topics, I have to bring facts. That's one time I don't read live chat, because them niggas going to tell you I'm wrong even when I'm right. Like right now.
Okay.
They're trying to tell you I'm wrong. Some random nigga told you I was wrong, but I'm the only nigga who's actually sending articles directly to you confirming what I'm saying.
Okay, so you're saying it's official. Ice Spice signed a management or a label deal with Nicki Minaj. I hope that's not true. I don't want to see her acquire Nicki's beef, drama, tension, all that other stuff. You're saying management and label?
Ice Spice is signed to a partnership deal under Nicki Minaj's new record label.
Okay.
Whatever the specific.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. My top story, I don't know if you're up to speed, and if Aaron is out there, please text Aaron. He lives in Kansas City. I would love to hear from him. This young man shot twice in the head. Are you up to speed? Ralph Jarl, 16 years of age? Or no? Flip.
No, I'm not. I am not up to speed on the situation.
Okay. Let's get past that. My showrunner, is it necessary to be in a relationship? Now, you can, your own definition of a relationship. You're a much younger man than I. I'm asking another question. Is masturbation a better option? Where do you want to chime in, Florida Boy J?
Okay, so for the first one, is a relationship technically is necessary? Is it necessary to be in a relationship?
Is it necessary? Is it necessary?
It's necessary. If you want to procreate, raise a child, have a living partner, of course. But if you're perfectly fine with living your life, you can still have the same access to women that some men have to get in a relationship to have the same access of. Yeah, you have to be in a relationship because you might not have the leverage to benefit off of women in your own leisure time, in your own benefit. So for me personally, it is necessary because I want to be a father. I want to raise some kids. So eventually I'm going to get a relationship. And I do feel like if you are a fan of marriage and procreation, you should. And masturbation, you should do that. And it should be, how can I say, you shouldn't be beating off every day. You shouldn't be sitting around there jerking the tool, not hitting no women up, not doing no push-ups, not working out, laying in bed, not hitting the girls up on the DM, but you're in the bed jerking the tool.
Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate you tapping in. What's going on your platform? And can you see if Aaron has time to call in?
Yeah, I just texted Aaron, and he just called me, but I had to text him back, so I was on the show. Okay. And I'm texting what you wanted to call in about. But, Star, my platform's taking off. I passed well over 3,000 subscribers now. I had over 10,000 views. On Friday, I had over 16,000 views the past 48 hours for the past 7 days.
Nice.
So everything's taking off, the reels, the shorts, everything. Star, I appreciate you put me in the community section and get me where I need to go.
Thank
you. And I will holler at you, bro. Just thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Florida Boy J. Okay. All right. Phone lines are open. I didn't mean to go left. I might edit that part out, but that's been bothering me. Anybody give a goddamn? Nicki Minaj twerking with Ice Spice up in the studio. How old is Nicki now? She's never disrespected me, but she's too old to be doing all that, you know. She's chubby now. What is she talking about? These bitches is my sons. I'm tired of hearing that. Okay, according to Wikipedia, she's 40. She's 40, she's chubby. And she's trying to get in on Ice Spice's wave. Does that sound right? They're saying she was born in 82, probably born in 79. Hold on a second. Area code 206. Good evening. Please watch the language. I'm saying that early. 206. You chiming in on the topic?
Hold on a second. Area code 206.
206. Are you there? Are you ready? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. He's not ready, or she, whoever that is. Okay. We're going to have a good conversation here tonight. Area code 215. Good evening. Tragedy out of Kansas City. Are you up to speed? 215.
I looked it up. Hey, how you doing, Star? I looked it up after you mentioned it. That's a very difficult situation.
Yeah.
If he shot through the door, you get what I mean?
Well, he did. He did, and I saw someone.
No, I'm asking. I heard you say it, and I looked it up. If he shot through even the glass door, that may be very problematic.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. He did. He shot through the glass, which you know, if it had a screen, it would be considered the screen door. And there was somebody vacuuming the glass, you know, later on in the day. This happened Thursday, so I was watching the news truck. So yeah, he shot through the door. Go ahead.
Yeah. Then, if that's the case, there was no entry, even if it was a mistake. Yeah, he. I don't know. It depends on whether or not is Kansas City a Republican?
You tell me. You tell me.
I may have to look that up. He may walk if it's Republican. They slide when it comes to stuff like that a lot of times. I've seen a lot of cases in Republican settings where they're just like, look, it is what it is, you know. So I'm going to definitely do my research and find out if they're Republican, because that may change everything.
Okay, well, listen, I'm not ruling out racism. I'm just exploring another, a theory or option possibly. And I even put myself into the equation. At my age, I'm not tussling with a younger person. They've got too much energy. They're souped up on goddamn sugar water. They're smoking K2 and spice. So I'm blasting. I'm blasting fast. Do you?
I heard what you said about having a pet.
Hey, I'm
not having a pet.
I love animals, but I just, I'm older. If a cat moves too goddamn fast, I might start shooting inside the house. I'm not joking. I'm serious. But hang on a second. I'm not asking you to take the side of the homeowner, but do you think it's plausible in any way, shape, or form that the young man may have been pulling on the door, thinking he was at the right house, and then the homeowner, who appears to be close to 60 or in his 60s, may have gotten scared, pow, and shot through the door?
I think the scenario you're speaking of is absolutely correct. I think he got spooked. Mm-hmm. I think he looked up, and as far as he was concerned, it's like the dude was in the house when he saw him standing there. He was probably knocking on the door, grabbed the handle, wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
So that's very likely.
Couldn't put the phone down. Are you a mother by any chance?
No. But you are correct in regards to the phone. If you go to a restaurant, everyone's looking at their phone. No one engages anymore.
Oh, my God. I flew back first class a month and a half ago from New York City, and there was a young, and I'll keep it real, a young black guy in his 20s, and we're sitting next to each other. He could not put the goddamn phone down for 2 hours. And I mean, he didn't say anything. He wasn't, bothering me, but I'm saying to myself, God damn, you can't put the phone down? These young people today, they are zombies. But go ahead.
You're correct. They lack the ability now to be able to properly communicate. That's what technology has done. They don't. It's created like a very bad social awkwardness. They cannot engage properly.
Yeah.
Everything is text. Everything is through, So it really has done a number on humanity. They don't really have the ability to be able to communicate, look at you in your eyes and your face, and properly engage. They cannot do it anymore.
I'll even say this. I don't know how old you are. You don't have to say your age, but a lot of the people dating today, the younger generation, they prefer to text as opposed to talk. And I don't want somebody who I gotta text you every goddamn day. You have a thought and you shoot me a goddamn text and you want me to respond and LOL and just some corny ass fucking emojis. No, thank you. If I can't hear your voice, I'm just not interested. But hang on a second before you go. My showrunner, the question is masturbation a better option? That's the actual question, but I don't want to put the word masturbation on the showrunner. However you want to approach it. Any thoughts? Relationships?
Well, just I believe it was yesterday, I was thinking to myself, I said women are evil.
Oh, is this Sarah?
And I did.
Is this Sarah?
Huh?
Is this Sarah?
Yeah,
Hey
yeah,
there.
it's me.
How are you? Okay.
How you doing, Star?
Good.
I said to myself, I said, women are evil. And I said, is Regina that good? I don't understand. What would make men subject themselves to engaging with these women? And as you said, I think it may be more than 75%. I'm just being very honest.
Okay.
I said, what is it that makes these men engage with these demons and subject themselves to that? And I'm like, I guess it's something about sex, vagina, that I will never understand. I really don't get it. That would make men subject themselves and feed into their wickedness, because that's what you're ultimately doing. When you engage with them, pursue them. Go ahead.
I think it could be a combination of two things. Most males are not men. I've said that. I've been saying that over the decades. And women, who are vanity-driven for the most part, are very deceptive. They can be deceptive. So, males, again, who are not necessarily men, they fall victim to celebrating the flesh, and they wind up being victims more than ever. That's just one way to approach that. But go ahead.
Yeah. So to answer the question, no, I don't think relationships are necessary anymore. Okay. To be honest with you, I don't think that anyone at this time, especially considering the state of society and where we're heading, right, I don't think anyone should be even procreating, to be honest with you. If we lived in a functional world, then yeah.
That's not going to stop.
I agree
with,
in regards to family, husband, wife. Yeah. But honestly, no one should be procreating at all, period. It's gotten real out here. No one, and we've seen how generations have turned out already. No one should be procreating. I don't understand why a lot of men desire. Listen, when it comes to men, I'm going to tell you now, sometimes you just got to wing it, humble yourself. If you need to go to the shelter, the food bank or whatever, do that rather than subject yourself and end up impregnating these women that you have to deal with and will have around your children. Sometimes you just, because a lot of dudes be like, a lot of guys are like, okay, she's pregnant, I got a place to stay, I'll eat some food, and I'm just like, you should have never have done that.
Sadly.
I believe there's a price to pay for impregnating these wicked women. They feast for that. So I would say to save your seed. Go ahead and masturbate, knock it out, get it out the way. It's just biology. It's just science, nothing less, nothing more.
Yeah. Good to talk to you, Sarah. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Good to talk to you too, Star. Thank you.
Bye now. Is it South Korea or North Korea paying people to have babies? I think it's South Korea. Area code 704. Sit tight. You're up next, 704. If you're just now joining me, we're talking about a few topics. The tragedy out of Kansas City. It is a tragedy. Young 16-year-old shot in the head twice. He's still alive. Ralph Yarl. There was a rally today in front of the homeowner who shot him. The homeowner was detained and released. I don't know if he was necessarily arrested. Caucasian. And Ralph Yarl is still alive. He has yet to speak about what happened. We wish him well. Condolences, okay, but that's where we are this evening. Rob Lowe, I got your donation. Star, you have found the female Aaron, or Aaron is in drag, pretending to be Sarah, okay? Okay, Andre says, that caller can't be trusted, Star. She's a mammy plant. Sarah has called it, I think, 2 or 3 times in total. And I like for people to, to speak their piece, as you know. Let me also say this. In my community section, there's a link to the Beautifully Toxic show. And they approached a topic, and it's picking up some traction. Are you guys up to speed? Hold on a second. Just pearly things. Yeah. Make sure when you get time, go in my community section and check out the Beautifully Toxic show. Okay? Okay. They're getting some good numbers on that video about Just Pearly. I checked out Just Pearly's YouTube channel today for the first time. I've seen some of her videos, but I didn't do a full analysis of the channel. I just scanned, and I said, okay, well, listen, she's dedicated, she's committed, she's putting out content. I can't hate on that. Okay, I think 704 hung up. Let's go to 708. Good evening. Are you there? 708. Are you up to speed on the topics?
Good evening, Star. Can you hear me?
Hey, how are you? Who's this?
It's Oxy. I've called before.
Hey.
I just wanted to comment on that demon that just called in.
Ooh, let's go.
Talking about people should stop procreating, and it was funny that you just talked about a dono that said that was Aaron as a drag, because that's one of the most craziest things. If that's the case, then we would all be extinct,
Well, she's entitled to her opinion. I don't want your call to be about her. We've got 2 topics on the table. Are you up to speed on the Kansas City tragedy? A 16-year-old black kid shot in the head twice by a Caucasian homeowner.
No, it happens every day. I wanted to talk about the relationship topic, actually.
Okay. Is it necessary to be in a relationship? And do you need more context? It's just a question that I was thinking about because Okay, I'm sorry, Kat.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a general question. I thought it was like a free-for-all question.
Yeah.
And like I've said before in this show, I'm a single person, and I've said this for years. I don't believe in relationships, and I say that to my clients all the time.
Really?
But it is interesting they tell me about the relationship issues. I think it's all brainwashing. It's like religion. It's kind of instilled in the culture to be in relationships.
Your phone's going in and out. I want to hear what you're saying. Can you make some adjustments? Your volume's going up and down.
Yeah. Is it better now at all or no?
It's a little better. A little better. So okay. So you have been talking about for years relationships are not necessary. Tell us more, please.
Yes. So as I was just saying, I think it's more like brainwashing. It's like religion. It's instilled in our society and our culture that we have to do certain things. We have to play the routines and do these things, and then ultimately, I'm sure everyone in your audience can ask.
We're losing you. Your phone is really kind of muffled now. It sounds like you're in a tunnel. We're losing you.
Is it just bad?
Yeah, it's a bad connection. To try and.
All right. Have a good night, Star. I'll just talk.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I was enjoying the conversation, but it just sounded like he was in a tunnel. Hold on, guys. If you're just now joining me, pardon me, the reason for this question, is it necessary to be in a relationship? I'm talking about more so the younger generation of today. Sarah and I were talking about, and I've said this before, today's generation, they prefer to text. They don't want to talk on the phone. I mean, they'll live stream, but the attention is elsewhere. They're talking to, you or each other, but the attention is, as they're doing something, and people don't even say, hold on anymore. We all, pardon me, not we all, most of us like companionship from time to time. And I'll even say this, the older generation, people from my generation, older and maybe 10 years younger than me, they are the last of the Mohicans to get married and settle, in my opinion. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I don't know any guy who's happily married. They're all liars. They lie. They lie to their wives. They lie about stuff that I don't want to help them lie. If you claim to love her, why do you have to lie to her? And please don't include me in your lie. But anyway, so today's generation, and if I can pull this back around to this film, again, from 2009, Surrogates. Anybody know that film with Bruce Willis? I watched it again recently. I've seen it about 4 or 5 times. That's where we're headed, if you ask me. That's where we are headed. Humanoid, remote-controlled robots. You will be in your house. You will have a unit hooked up to you, and your humanoid robot or your synthetic life form will be out there doing the day-to-day things that people from yesteryear used to do. Does that make sense? So the surrogate will actually be interacting with others, other surrogates or other human beings. I mean, I know some of you are saying, well, but that's what I truly believe. That's what I truly believe. So the question, is it necessary to be in a relationship? I'll expand more in a second. Area code 347, are you there? Good evening, 347. Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Yes, sir, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Good evening.
How you doing, Star? I want to speak on the question, is it necessary to be in a relationship?
Yeah, how old are you? Can I just ask, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like it's necessary depending on what you trying to accomplish. Like, as far as the world is heading right now, it'll be beneficial for more people to be in relationships. Like, I feel like it'll just be a better place, if we practice the concept of love. But I feel like as far as relationships today, it's just it's fugazi. It's like it's not real. There's too many girls on Instagram. I think it's more for like clout, if anything. It's to show off. It's to show the next person like, yo, look, I'm with somebody. Yeah. I'm happy when I'm really not. Yeah. So I think it's only necessary, like I said, if y'all two people that have the same mindset, that got a business plan, y'all know what y'all want to do in the future, and if one day y'all plan on getting married, you know what I'm saying, to work out some type of paperwork and some type of agreement, then yeah, it's necessary. But if you're doing it for love, I think that's a force.
If I can jump in and say, I'm not saying you're wrong. I like the fact that you brought business into it, because business can be with whoever, however, and long before my generation, my father and others used to say the definition of love is two fools with a misunderstanding. We're someplace else. We're someplace else now, and no person, male or female, is going to come up and just sacrifice everything, hoping that they are going to be treated, in a proper way by somebody who, may flip on them for whatever reason. And you also mentioned the gram followers, people always looking for some type of goddamn validation. I can't be with a woman unless she's making money off of Instagram. I can't be with a woman who's in seek of, bums, whether they be black, white, Hispanic, whatever. Bums commenting on some place that I took you Well, if that's the case, bitch, let them take you. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's a false concept. And like you said, love. Like even that word is like used, in my opinion, incorrectly. Like I feel like love. It's like, let's say you meet a girl at the club or whatever, wherever you meet her, and she has on these tight leggings, whatever she has on, right, and that attracts you to her at the time, and now y'all decide to form a relationship. If you truly love that girl, you will let her step out every day with that same outfit. But now, love becomes a thing where it's like, what are you doing for me? Basically, if you understand what I'm saying, like,
Yeah, I hear you.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah, so
I think you're talking about slurs. You're talking about club slurs, a combination of a whore and a slut, and you know, there's no guarantee with them either way. But
yeah, you're right. But I mean, some people find love in the weirdest places and stuff. So, but yeah, that's all I got.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the call. Salute. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, does anybody know for certain? Maybe I shouldn't have even put this on the table. Nicki Minaj has never disrespected me, but I hope Ice Spice hasn't signed a management deal or even a label deal with Nicki Minaj. And she's kind of young. Well, she's very young, Ice Spice. And yeah, she doesn't need to be involved in Nicki's issues and just always got a problem with some goddamn body. Anybody know what I'm talking about in the live chat? Or maybe old nigga Star should just mind his business. I'm here twerking with old ass Nicki. Fuck out of here. Larry, got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Which Ayn Rand book do you recommend first? I have no idea, sir. I'm not one of those people that is going to tell you, oh, such and such is a good book. You should read that. It may not be something that you grasp. What is it you're looking for in an Ayn Rand book? You know? I found Ayn Rand through the band Rush. And then I saw myself in her writings. I saw myself. And then as I continued reading her philosophy, her books, it helped me sharpen my edges. I was already the man she was writing about. So I don't know who you are, and I say this with all due respect. If you're going down the path of capitalism or the fountainhead, the first Ayn Rand book I read was Anthem. Now that's old science fiction, but that's what captured my imagination. Okay, thank you for your donation, Larry. Hey Samantha, thank you for tapping in. She says Sarah. Fall all the way back, dirty gal. Okay, and is it Darren? Darren, I got your donation. Just hooking up with women focused on the bag. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I can appreciate a scandalous bitch, you know, but don't be lazy. If you're going to be a whore, don't be a part-time whore. If you're going to be a scammer, be a good scammer. Area code 718, good evening. We got a few topics we're discussing. Are you there? 718.
Yeah, what's good, Star?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Can I talk about Nicki and Ice Spice real quick?
Yeah. Can you educate me? I like Ice Spice's demeanor. I like her music. You know, and I don't want to see her signed to Nicki Minaj. Am I doing too much?
I can't really say. Like, I'm kind of torn, like, on the topic, too. Like, I kind of feel like how you feel, but then I understand why she's doing what she's doing. And she did sign a partnership deal. Nicki announced it on Queen Radio. On Thursday. They didn't really specify, like, what the partnership deal would entail. Like, is it management? Is it they didn't really they didn't go into detail, like, but she is signed as a partnership.
Can we, are you from the New York area? Where you from? 718.
I'm from Queens.
Okay. Can we agree that Ice Spice was lit? She didn't need Nicki Minaj. She was popping. Coachella, she's doing that goddamn thing. Up on TikTok with Kim Kardashian's daughter. She's popping, right?
Definitely popping. I had told you about, I I think I had sent you an Ice Spice video, No Clarity, like 6 months ago.
That's my
But,
shit. Who am I talking to? Who's this?
It's Desmond Fox.
Oh, Desmond, what's up, man? What's good? Say your name, nigga.
I mean, I just go into the topics like.
Okay. Well, listen.
But I think
that's one of my favorite tracks by her. No Clarity, and that's on Shot97.com. Okay, so listen, but Florida Boy J, not to say you didn't try to put me up on Ice Spice. Florida Boy J and I talk at least 5 times a week, and he was talking to me about Ice Spice because I was asking him about some other music, and he was telling me about it. I said I've seen her on a couple of different platforms, but I hadn't checked out the music. But go ahead, she was popping before Nicki. No shade to Nicki, but I think it's a bad move. What say you, Desmond Fox?
I think it will help to a degree because Nicki still is hot. She just came off another #1 single that was #1 for like a number of weeks. So she pretty much did rejuvenate her career, and by her doing these collaborations with Meg Thee Stallion and Ice Spice, it helps keep her relevant for this current generation because everyone was complaining about her when she was completely at dominance, not doing collaborations with up and coming women artists. So now she's doing everything that people were complaining about her not doing. And she's signing people from Queens on her label, so she's doing everything that people were trying to bash her for not doing.
I hear you, Desmond Fox. And you know what? I don't give a shit. She's older now. I don't care what she's doing that she didn't do years ago. I don't want to see Nicki Minaj, 41, 42, whatever age she is, after she pushed out a baby. She's chubby now, popping her booty with Ice Spice. Fuck out of here. Go ahead. I don't want to see that shit. Fuck out of here, my nigga.
Well, there's millions of people that do want to see it. And so,
I guess.
I mean, like you said, capitalism has no morals.
Yeah. I mean, listen, all that sounds hot, but as you and I just agreed, she didn't need the stamp or whatever you want to call it, and now she's gonna inherit Nicki's beef. Nicki's beefing with Cardi. Now Nicki's beefing with Meg Thee Stallion, Lotto. So now Ice Spice is gonna pick up those fucking those beefs too. I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that, son? I thought you liked them nigga itch. I thought you liked this star. I don't know what type of timing you 1 minute you like it. I don't know. Like I'm confused. You're confused, man. I've already said I thought she has a very nice demeanor, and I don't want to see her pick up those dramas and those beats. Anyway, let's move on from Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice. And I'm sorry, and I meant to say Rolling Loud. Ice Spice performed at Rolling Loud. I'm not sure if she performed at Coachella. Anyway, are you up to speed on the main topic, the young 16-year-old shot in Kansas City? I just heard about it listening to the show, but I'm not surprised because, like, that's another reason I'm glad I'm not in the Midwest or the South because it's like if white people are already so tense and frightened when they're around us, I can only imagine if they have a weapon, and then that's how they will react because it's like they so on edge. Like if we even come near them, they're just like thinking the worst, and it's like they just ready to just kill us, like. That's why I always, like, when I'm around, I keep an eye out. I'm like, how they watching me, I'm watching them, I'm watching their hands. Like, I don't trust them either. Like, so it's messed up. Hopefully he survives, and it's unfortunate, but
okay.
I don't. It's typical.
Good to hear from you, man. And folks, this is Desmond Fox I'm talking to. He's been helping me along with 2 other people build the playlist on Shot97.com. Desmond, thank you for tapping in. Let's you and I connect Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest, all right? Thank you. Okay. I like Nicki Minaj, folks, as an artist. I've never met her as a person. And, maybe I should just pull back on that particular topic. I don't want to see Ice Spice beefing now with other females because Nicki stay beefing, you know? Anyway, on the screen, www.songsthatwork.info. I say again, songsthatwork.info. And let me go to Cash App. Hey, Janet, a bountiful soul. Janet, are you tapping in? I'll take your call tonight, but I want more newer people. Janet says, get the person whipped and you have them for life. Okay, well, Janet, that sounds hot, but you're in your 50s. Respectfully, do you still have someone whipped for life? It sounds hot. I just don't know if I believe you. Where is 216? I think I spoke to 216 Bank. Let me get 440 in the queue. You're up next, 440. Sit tight, sit tight. Blue Label Multimedia got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Duran, another donation. Been sleeping with guns since the 90s, respectfully. I've been sleeping with guns since the 80s, but since the 80s. I don't even want to tell you why. You may or may not know. I sleep with an AR-15 every night. Her name is Karuchi. If I hear something in the backyard, I get to dumping out the window sometimes. Bang, 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 bang. Anyway, hold on a second. Okay. Area code. Okay, they hung up. 404, you hung up, you couldn't wait? Okay. Let's go to 646. Good evening. A few topics on the table.
Good evening.
Hey.
Good evening, big nigga. It's Jada Bandit. How you been, man?
Where you been, man? What's cracking? You all right?
I'm all right, man. Maintaining, man. I've been good, man.
Good to hear from you, man. We got a couple
You hear me?
topics. Yes, I can hear you. A tragedy in
Okay.
Kansas City. Are you up to speed? 16-year-old shot twice in the head, man. Whew.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen on IG. Some guy named Corporate I follow that does like skits, whatever, was like trying to was speaking on it. So I didn't really know. I like see like a whole news.
Can you fix the Fly Nigga headset? The Fly Nigga headset is
my
going
bad.
in and out. Jay the Bandit. Give him a second, folks. This is the Jersey nigga. He's on that fly shit. In 5, 4, 3, 2. You ready?
All right, salute. All right, you hear me now?
There you go. You were saying, sir?
My bad, big nigga. My bad.
Go ahead. Come on.
Oh yeah. I seen he was like trying to pick up his two little brothers, but he went to the wrong house, and a white person just shot him in the head twice. Now he's on life support.
Is he on life support? I heard he was gonna pull through. You're saying he's on life support? I didn't hear that.
Well, he looked like he was on life support. Well, I seen the picture.
Okay.
I don't know specifically, yes, because I know you would know more details.
Well, no, not necessarily. If you can educate me, I'm always looking to be educated. But now, so I laid out a theory earlier, not to take the homeowner's side, but I'm a man of a certain age. You know, when I hear things moving inside this goddamn house, I'm in Woodstock, two stories. You know, I go upstairs with the goddamn gun. I'm pushing doors open, checking to make sure, you know, the goddamn bathroom window hasn't been jimmied. Come downstairs, I'm checking shit, you know. I'm too old to tussle with these little niggas in slides, right?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Yeah.
You can't do that nowadays, man. But you always got to keep Karuchi around. You never know what can happen. I understand. Moses, or you call him Moses.
So do you think that there's a chance that the homeowner, you know, heard this young man pulling on the door? Maybe, but he thought he was at the wrong house. He could have been pulling the door. Yo, open the door. Stop playing. Pulling on the goddamn door, and the white man panicking. Bang! You know? Oh, you know?
No questions asked. Just pull the trigger. I understand. It makes no sense, but hey, it is what it is. People nowadays are out here robbing houses. People on their P's and Q's, and they never know what could happen. So I'm not
stealing packages. You know, you get a package delivered. People taking your shit. You got the Amazon drivers putting the package there, scanning it to show that they delivered it, and then they take it. They fucking steal it. Go ahead, finish up, Jada. Go ahead, finish up. Man. Shit's crazy.
All right, man. No doubt. That reminds me of when someone dropped off a package on Amazon, and then they left a booby trap for them because they knew they were stealing their stuff because, you know, like the doorbell camera.
Shit's real.
Yeah, man.
Good to hear from you, man. Give me that new banner, all right? Salute.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Jada Bandit tapping in from P-Town, New Jersey. Good guy. Okay, 404, sit tight. You hung up last time. Stay there. Be right back. Folks, also, if anybody cares, I like to, show you some of the research that I have done, just in case you want to call in about Montana becoming the first state to completely ban TikTok. I say again, Montana banning TikTok from all personal devices, okay? The governor, the bill is now headed to the desk of the governor, a Republican who previously banned TikTok on all government devices. So it looks like this is going to become a law, okay? And should I drop something? 404, sit tight. Songs@work.info. Look, let me put my PayPal information on the screen for those who respect my grizzly, okay? PayPal, and I'm coming to donations shortly. 440, you there? 440, good evening.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on, Star?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Hey, I wanted to touch on, I know you got off the top there a little bit. I want to talk about the whole Ice Spice and Nicki. I kind of feel like it's even exchange. Nicki's going to get her fan base. Well, first of all, I think Nicki's taking advantage of young Ice Spice. I feel like she was looking for somebody to bite that apple, and Ice Spice took it. And not to mention, Ice Spice is one of the luckiest people. She got the Drake cosign first, and now she's going to get some of Nicki's fan base. And I believe,
sir, your phone's going in and out. I want to hear what you're saying. I just let me respond real quick while you're fixing your phone. Ice Spice curved that OVO weirdo. He flew her out. He wanted to smash, allegedly, and then he unfollowed her. She didn't need his cosign. He's a trick-ass nigga, right?
as far as we know it, but let's just...
Well, sir, that's what happened. He unfollowed her. I'm not sitting here making shit up. She's lit, my nigga. She's popping like Jiffy Pop on a Friday night. Ice Spice. Up on TikTok doing drill rap.
Yeah, and like you were saying earlier, Ice Spice has I like her attitude too, and I think being around Nicki's gonna kind of teach her some things that she can probably use.
I hope not.
Be on the BS.
Yeah, I'ma teach you the ropes, who to stay away from. That's what she doesn't need. Nicki's goddamn advice. Beefing with Remy Ma, beefing with Cardi, beefing with Meg Thee Stallion, beefing with Lotto, just beefing. Go ahead.
Yep, well, that's pretty much all I wanted to touch with. This is my first time calling in. I've been trying to get on the show.
Thank you, man.
Been listening for about 2 years.
Okay.
Keep doing a good job.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. Bussy Nation sends in a donation. Bussy Nation. FBJ dresses like a gay painter from the 80s. Black Race is tapping and he says, yeah, Star, South Korea is paying to have babies because they're selling the babies' foreskin to rich people to inject in their face. This is a fact. Yeah, South Korea. Thank you for the correction. Javon, got your donation. Mace said he'd choke Pat Beverly out. I'm watching those Harlem niggas like a fly watches a piece of shit. I can't believe you're not hating. Well, sir, you heard about that show from me. It is what it is. What are you talking about? Mace is trying to get his weight up. He was the weak link. Killer's sitting there with goddamn custom-made $5,000 suits. That's my nigga, Killer. He deserves the accolades. He's a great guy too, man. Always showed me a lot of respect. Gave me what was that? Some goddamn Timberland boots with chinchilla on them. I never wore that shit, but he's a good guy, man. Okay, yeah, keep me posted on the show. I like what they're doing, and they may be the reason why Shannon Sharp did that interview with what was it? Man Disease. We call him Man Disease. You call him Man Disease. Mandesis, whatever the fuck. But yeah, thank you for your donation. RC from the 315 says, I'm riding with the black kid on this one, Star. Nobody should cape for whitey. Some white people genuinely want a reason to clap a black person. Salute. I'm not riding with the white person. What are you talking about? This is the objective perspective. I laid out, a possible scenario. This young black kid getting shot is horrific. Shot 2 times, man, Thank you for your donation, okay. Let's go to 901. Good evening. 901, it's kind of loud. Are you joining the conversation? 901.
You can hear me now. You can hear me now, Star?
Yes, sir. Was cracking, was shaking, was popping.
What's up with you?
Sunday night, man. Sipping as I do, enjoying life,
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm checking in from Memphis. I was just calling in Hot Nature. I was on break.
Okay. Are you up to speed on the shooting in Kansas City, man? A 16-year-old black kid shot twice in the head by a white man.
Yeah, I heard about it. I just got to know more about what's going on with it, really, man, But that's crazy, though, knocked on the wrong door, and he did that to him. I don't know really too much what to say about it.
It could be just a racist, who was looking for a chance to do that. I don't know. But again, this is the objective perspective. So I want to give people the chance to think things through as opposed to just jumping out the window, because so many times in the past we have jumped the gun and then it's just not what it seems. But go ahead, you were saying?
Yeah. I don't know too much about it. I just heard about it, but prayers to the family and everything. But I was just checking in with you, though. Start touching bases with you, man.
Good to hear from you, man. You say you called from Memphis?
Yeah, I'm in Memphis.
Okay. Well, what's going on with Glorilla? She don't fuck with her whole family no more? The whole goddamn family?
Man, shit. I guess they did some type of shiesty shit or something. Well, I ain't gonna, excuse my language. I guess she was doing some shiesty stuff. Her family was doing some shiesty stuff, but, she just cut them off. That's how it be sometimes.
Well, now, hang on a second, sir. To be objective, hang on. To be objective, maybe she started getting that money and started acting funny. She got her teeth fixed, right? She got her teeth fixed.
Yeah, she did that.
Yeah. Talking all proper.
Yeah, she could.
Talking all proper.
She could.
Eating high up on the hog.
They do when they get that money.
Come on and buy us a couple of BMWs. You got it.
She don't want to drop that bread out to her.
Yeah, we see you up there with Drake. We see you up there with Cardi B.
With Gotti.
Yeah, with Gotti.
Gotti and everything. They feel like
come on, send me 5,000 via Cash App. You know how we do. You used to sleep on my couch. You acting funny now? Ain't that a little 5,000? Let me hold something, bitch. Right? Let me hold something.
Yeah.
You got it?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you up. Don't stop, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm finna go ahead and clock back in. I'll catch you when you get going out of my.
Okay, salute. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
Let me hold something, Glorilla. You acting real funny now. Damn. You up there hanging out with basketball players, sitting courtside at the game. You know Beyonce? What you and Cardi B be talking about? Yeah, anybody from Memphis in that goddamn live chat? Glorilla don't fuck with the whole family. Damn. Hold on a second, guys. AB got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. My offerings. Thank you so much, AB. You're appreciated. Hey, Janet. Janet says, hey, I'm not calling in tonight, but a good show. Remember, men over 50 give women... okay, well, that's your opinion, Janet. You don't know that for certain. Nice try, though. Hey, Janet, are you moving? You and I exchanged emails. I hope you are. That's... Don't... If I can just go left for a second, guys. As we get older, Janet, we don't need the stress of cutting the lawn, having somebody to come in to fix the goddamn roof, fixing a goddamn kitchen sink and a plumbing in the bathroom. To hell with all that. Okay, who is this? Who's this? Okay, yes. Call in. Hold on. Alex, call now. Call now. What area code you're calling from? Alex, check your email, okay? Let me go to area code 908. Sunday evening, we're talking about the tragedy in Kansas City. Are you up to speed? 908.
Star, what up? What's up? Brooklyn Giggles in the house. What's going on?
Hey, man, good to hear from you. I was making reference 2 days ago to a Nigerian Uber driver that brought me my my garage door key back. Well, I mean, I drove to the airport to meet him. Great guy from Nigeria.
Yeah, we're not all bad. Just watch out for the scammers. You know what I mean? But just watch out for those ones. But yeah, I wanted to get to the topic. Yeah, this is a sad situation. You know, it kind of reminded me of Amber Guyver all over again, you know, because, you know, obviously with her, she went into the wrong apartment unit and killed that John Boatman, if I remember. So, you know, the crazy thing is, as a kid, I've been in those situations when I accidentally went to the wrong house, dog barking, and you just run. But I don't know, things are different depending on the state. I mean, depending on the area you in, you know, the neighbor you have.
Right.
You know, I remember when I was in Roselle, New Jersey, a long time ago, and a black man called the cops on me and my boy because we was on his lawn. I was like, whoa, it's not that deep. But a lot of the times with these house owners, a lot of them, they're just looking for a reason to cause trouble, because for all we know, that person who we find out was a white person, like I read the news, it said it was a white person that shot that boy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
For all we know, that person was probably the neighborhood watchman. And you know how those people be.
He could also be Euro trash, not necessarily white, you know, Euro trash, who has assimilated, he and his family, to the white ideal. And that's really generational hate, you know. If he came over here from, if his ancestors were in the gallows, you know, of Europe back in the days, and it's deep. And then, you know, now here in America, you know, you're portraying to be something else. Those are the really hateful Caucasians. So we don't know just yet, but he was released, and we're waiting, or if the young man comes out of the state that he's in, the critical condition, Ralph Yarl, we'll get more details. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was released, and yeah, we have to wait for what the prosecution is going to do. But, like, you know, unfortunately, it's just one of those situations where you're going to see, you know, Black Lives Matter come in. You know, Benjamin Crump is going to come in, so we got to be prepared for all of that, because this is what's going to transpire. And like I said, like, this happens all the time, man. People accidentally either go to the wrong apartment unit, go to somebody's house by accident that they weren't supposed to be at, and end up getting killed or worse, you know. But
unfortunately, I pray for that individual. It is what it is.
Yeah. There was an Asian guy a couple of years ago shot and killed on somebody's front lawn. I forget where that was. I remember delivering that story. Listen, it could be just, racism, and a prejudiced person. I don't know. But, I like to at least try to look at it from different angles. But, hey, what about my showrunner? The question, is it necessary to be in a relationship? Now, we know that you, for the most part, you're in a loving relationship with your fiance, but you have not jumped the broom yet. I'm asking the question because I think that today's generation is different, and you don't necessarily need to be intertwined with someone in the physical sense. What say you?
I'll keep the buck with you. Not everybody's going to be in a relationship. This generation is doomed. Like the data market is doomed. Like there's really no, like the way I look at it, like there's really no reason to be in a relationship these days. Everybody's for self. Like, I'm looking at my siblings' generation, and a lot of these young people are not trying to have any titles, husband and wife. They're not looking to build any type of generation. Like that's what I'm from my perspective. That's what I'm seeing.
No.
So I don't even think that you're not going to see people be in relationships like that. I personally don't think it. Even I do substitute teaching on the side, man. These high school students, man, forget it, man. It's over. I think our generation is doomed.
Well, now listen, Brooklyn Giggles, I hear you, and I'm not trying to, clown you in any way, shape, or form. I've spoken to your beautiful fiance, but now you have not taken those vows yet. How long have you been with her? I forget. 3 years? 4 years?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I told you I'm going to marry this girl.
I forgot. I'm not trying to clown you, but you came out and said today's generation doesn't need to be in a relationship. But does that also apply to you? You're still getting married, or have you shifted gears?
No, for sure. I'm marrying this girl. There's no ifs or buts about it. I'm marrying her. It's just, like I told you, I'm taking care of all my priorities.
You see, I think that's bullshit, respectfully.
No, respectfully, it's not bullshit, because I'm not going to marry anyone if I'm not financially there yet. I'm not going to have someone move in with me if both of us are not financially stable. The one thing I realized about everybody marriages are different. That everybody got married when they weren't even financially stable, and then you saw how some of the marriages kind of had their issues crumble.
Brooklyn Giggles.
Cheap weddings.
Brooklyn Giggles.
Like, come on. What are we talking about?
Brooklyn Giggles. There's no such thing as being financially stable. The more you acquire, the more you think you need to protect it, store it, and get more, because something may happen to that load or wherever you have that stashed. If you love her, and whatever your definition of love is, then you should want to struggle with her. Baby, you're the one. It's me and you. I got what I got. You got what you got. But let's put it together. Let's do the damn thing.
Well, hold up, Star. You've loved a lot of women in your life. Why you never tied the knot? And don't say that you're chicken shit.
I'll be very honest with you. I've never loved a woman more than I love myself. I'm the prize. I'm the ultimate man. I'm doing her the favor. That's it.
I hear you.
That's it. Yeah.
I hear you.
I could never love a woman more than I love myself. She gets an attitude and wants to kick up some dust. Bitch, it's time for you to go. There's the door. Pack your shit.
I hear you, Star.
Don't call me to wish me happy birthday. Don't check in 5 years from now on Facebook. It just didn't work out, bitch. You're lost. I'm as serious as colon cancer. I'm as serious as colon cancer. Go ahead.
No, I know you are. Before I go, not to change topics so easily, but did you hear about E40 getting ejected from the Warriors game?
Yeah. Well, hey man, he's into the Warriors. He's been riding with them for years, man. I don't know what happened exactly, but he was put out of the game. Is he going to be allowed back in, or what's going on?
Well, he left a statement saying that they were being racist towards him because of the white people that were heckling him, and they didn't just push them out the arena, but they pushed them out instead. So he left a long quote about that.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. I met him one time, but it is what it is, man. Good to hear from you, Brooklyn Giggles. Have a good night.
Yeah, Bleach. I'm going to land my plane.
Yes, sir. Okay. He just landed his plane. Big Elvis, this Chef Rosenberg. Thank you for your donation, sir. Alex, are you calling in? One of my sponsors. Okay, it says he's calling in from the UK. T, I got your donation via PayPal. T says, Star, how much can I donate to co-host and hate on Cameron and Mace's new sports show? Mace sitting up there looking like Carl Winslow. Fuck out of here. Well, just call in. Just tell me what area code you want to call in. I mean, I've spoken about that show. I like the fact that Cameron is knowledgeable about sports. He goes hard in the paint. I think most people realize that Mace is the weak link. However, they just put out a track together. Cameron, Mace, and Jadakiss. Troll Babies, what's the name of that track? And Mace had like the hottest bars on the track. So I don't think they're dropping Mace anytime soon from the show. But yeah, call in, Low Prestige got your donation. Star, if this old white dude from KC is innocent, so are Oscar Pistorius and Amber Geiger. He might be guilty. I don't know. I mean, earlier in the broadcast, I spoke about the area, it's working class, not blue chip. And in those types of areas, you find more people, Caucasians, that, are hateful, quick to pull a trigger, always trying to be the authority. That may have happened just like that. I don't know. I just laid out, some possible scenarios earlier in the show, but in no way, shape, or form to take the side of the homeowner. Hold on a second. Deeds. Okay, she says the song is called Gorilla Lion Hyena. Yes, thank you, Deeds. Gorilla Lion Hyena by Mace, Cameron, and Jadakiss. Mace has the fire bars on that track. Yeah, he looks awkward sitting there, though. But, listen, their relationship has been mended. So I don't, I'm not going to hate just to hate. I think Cam realizes that he's got something. Whether Mace hangs around, I don't know. But the show's working, if you ask me. Salute to Cameron. Who is area code 347? Is that left-handed? Peace. Left-handed? I think I know that number. 347.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Left-handed? Who am I speaking to?
Chef.
Chef. Which chef?
Cook chef. I called a couple of times.
Okay. How are you, sir?
I just want to
thank you for tapping in.
I'm well. I'm well this Sunday, man. I just wanted to talk sort of about what you was talking about, not jumping into conclusions. I appreciate you having a mind like that. A lot of people do that. Okay. And kind of what comes after that, you know what I mean? So recently,
are you talking about relationships? I'm not sure what you're referring to.
No. About what's going on in general, like between China and Russia and the United States. They're trying to peg. Yeah, they're trying to hit the United States with human rights violations against Black Americans. So that's like a bigger issue right now.
Well,
we just hit Putin with that.
Yeah, China is going.
Yeah.
China. I don't mean to go left, but you sent it a donation. China is the biggest investor in Africa right now, and they're making progress with their artificial sun. So that combined with devaluing the American dollar, they're going to be popping their collar in our direction sooner than later. But go ahead, you want to say what?
Yeah, they go in every direction that kind of like built us to be strong. That kind of reversing what they're kind of using our tactics against us right now through influence.
Testing our gangster.
So we got to be very careful. Hell yeah, yo. I mean, we set the precedent basically on how to be dominant in the world. So we got to be careful, like who we kind of like run with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that's what I wanted to say.
All right, man. Thanks for the call. Thank you.
All right,
okay.
All right, bro.
All right. Smoke screen from the 6. He says, or she says, you never signed to a label run by a current artist. That artist /CEO will never let you get more successful than they are. Just like J. Rand, Def Jam. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like anything about Ice Spice partnering with Nicki Minaj. I don't like anything about it. And again, I'm going to say, Nicki Minaj has never said anything bad about me, and she left a nice drop for the Star and Buckwild show once upon a time. But objectively speaking, a big part of the appeal with Ice Spice is that we like her little bubbly demeanor. No, she doesn't have the best bars, but she doesn't need to. She's got the package that's working. Big Eye Key tapping in. Hold on a second. I believe the mountain man realized it was an accident, but couldn't fight the Caucasian urge to kill a nigga and shot him twice in the head. Yeah, he shot him twice. Shot him once through the glass. He opened the door inside. Bow. Then stepped out and shot him again. Was he in fear for his life? Is that what he's going to claim? I don't know. Okay, and T, I read your donation. Thank you so much. 704, sit tight. I'm coming right back to you. 704, sit tight. Let me make sure I'm promoting my sponsors here. Advertising, Shot 97. Oh, man, you know who I should have reached out to? Amiri Brown from the Amiri Brown Show. He's one of my sponsors. Amiri, are you out there? My showrunner, I'm asking the question about relationships. Is it necessary to be in a relationship? And again, this is more so geared towards today's generation, I really think that when people get older, there's too much baggage. And anybody want to chime in on that? It's like, I don't want to hear about some old chick, whether she be black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. I don't want to hear about nobody being depressed. Anybody with the old Puerto Rican women cry too goddamn much. Crying about some shit from 20 and 30 years ago. Bitch, go to sleep. There are certain cultures that never stop nagging. And I'm not talking about black chicks. Anybody want to take a guess? Which culture never, ever stops nagging? $704, good evening. Talking about the tragedy in Kansas City. Are you up to speed? 704.
Yeah, so, man, that's just sad to hear. But, I didn't call to talk about that.
Okay. How can we help you, sir?
I wanted to talk about the Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj video.
Okay. Are you a barb, sir, with all due respect?
It was fire.
Are you a barb? Who are we speaking to, sir?
No, nigga, I like Barbie stuff.
Okay, well, I'm just
play with
asking,
her.
sir. You don't have to get defensive.
Not like the
I'm
actual
looking for some insight. Okay, so did Ice Spice sign to Nicki Minaj's management company or label? Florida Boy J seems to think, or maybe he's right, she signed a management deal. I hope she didn't do that.
Shit. I mean, if she did, she did. She did. I mean, it don't matter to me. I just like the video. The video's lit. You know what I'm saying? The bars. She got little bars on it. She got little bars.
Well, which video are you talking about, sir? To my knowledge, Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, there's just a snippet. There's not like a song video. They're in the studio popping their booties. Is that what you're talking about? The snippet?
Yes, it's a whole video, like, for a song.
Okay. Continue on, sir. Continue. Go ahead.
No, bro, you acting like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Nigga, fuck you. How about that? Suck a dead dog's dick. Pussy.
Fuck you.
Thank you. Bitch ass nigga. You Barbie ass nigga. I'm letting you talk. You sound like you're doing something. Tucking your penis with some goddamn duct tape. Go ahead and talk, bitch. Anyway, Julian got the donation. Thank you so much. Shouldn't the second shot be attempted murder? Possibly. Possibly, yeah. I don't know Kansas City laws. I really don't, you know. And again, I'm not taking the side of the homeowner. I'm just saying me, you know, at my age, it's just I come out blasting, man. I come out blasting because I'm not going to let some young nigga, you know, get the jump on me. And these little black girls down here in Atlanta, these little bitches down here with the fucking big-ass eyelashes and the bonnets and the fucking slippers, I'll shoot one of them. Let me just relax. I'll shoot a bitch before I shoot a nigga. Alex, is that you, sir, tapping in from the UK? Alex, good evening.
Salute stuff. Yeah, this is Alex.
Alex, how are you, man? Good to hear from you.
Yeah, man. Finally got through.
Yeah.
Been listening for quite a while now, so love your show, man.
Thank you. So you're in my community section. I'm going to post the link as we're talking to your books. You're a published author. How many books have you written, sir?
I've written 3 short stories so far,
Okay.
2 poetry books.
Okay.
And for the short stories, the most recent publishing was like a compilation where I combined all 3 in one, and it's called
Into the Abyss.
Sometime in November.
Okay, I was talking
yeah.
Into the Abyss. So now I see the Poetry Journal, Into the Abyss, Volume 1, Volume 2. Poetry is your specialty, or that's just something that you were putting out to bring your other work in?
The way I like to think about it is more like creative writing and poetry. Of course, poetry is always closer to me because I started with poetry.
Okay.
From the beginning when I first started writing, you know, when I caught the bug to write and stuff like that.
Okay.
And over the years, I've kind of just honed my skills enough to kind of branch out and wanting to kind of experiment with stories. And eventually I found myself creating stories. And just the way I write poetry, I kind of have a style to it where you can see where, you know, I could transfer all my creativity to writing stories. So they're kind of intertwined in a sense.
Okay. And for those who don't know, this is Alex. He's on the line with me, Alex Murdoch. Where in the UK are you in particular? Are you in England, Liverpool? Are you in Birmingham? Or is a certain area you want to acknowledge?
We're in London at the moment.
Okay.
South London, South East.
Okay.
I grew up in East London, Hackney.
Okay. So this urge to write poetry, or might you be a romantic? Are you a woman beater? Who are you, sir?
Well, you know, like, I think most people, when you start writing poetry, you know, you start with kind of like love poetry at first.
I don't know.
There's a sense of innocence. And
I know. I mean, I've read poetry over the years. You know, it was never my thing. You know, the whole, you know, trying to appeal to a woman's heart and to win her, to rescue her. Can you give us some insight on what makes your poetry different?
I think for me, my poetry stands out because I find with more people when they speak about poetry, it's almost like, you know, they're just given. I'm different because most people run away from, you know, seeing themselves in the mirror and, you know, almost like facing, you know, that demon. But
okay,
I tend to kind of look towards the pain of it, the darkness.
The pain and the darkness,
the dark
you said.
Experience. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm pretty much like, my poetry derived from my experiences in life, to be honest. So it's quite versatile in itself. But overall, when it comes to the hard parts to speak about, like, you know, the hard thing, like, you know, like even though you talk about the woman stuff where, you know, your heartbreak is that, you know, I just use it as fuel, you know, like cannon fodder in a sense.
Now, hang on a second. I want to ask you a question. Don't take offense. You're a writer. You've got a nice catalog of books here. Might any of your work be gender fluid to connect to a wider audience? Is any gender fluid poetry, or is this all pretty much geared towards female?
Pretty much females, yeah.
Just asking, you know, just asking.
No, I understand. But, you know, obviously, you know, I think, not to go off topic, but, you know, sometimes you might go into certain topics like, you know, have you ever been done over by a woman before? And I think to the extent, you know, it's kind of like a rite of passage for a man, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, listen, I've been a reader pretty much all my life, but poetry I've never gravitated towards. You know, it's just it's a little too much of a stretch from who I am. However, I do respect it. And you have audio books, or pretty much this is all Kindle work? Any audio books that people can hear your work, Alex?
Yeah, I actually did create one audio book from the first volume.
Okay.
I created for Into the Abyss. I created a volume for that.
Okay.
And it should be on Spotify.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right
find.
now. Yeah, 2020. That's when it came out. Alex Murdoch and Paul Winter. Okay. Well, hey, man, good stuff. So now I'm gonna. What is it you want me to put on this showrunner here? Is there a certain link, or am I promoting your Instagram page so we can get some traffic to you?
Yeah, Instagram would be a good one to promote.
Okay.
Or I've only recently been starting to kind of get into like the YouTube part of it.
Okay.
And just you know, put my stuff out there. But with the poetry, it's the stories I kind of love. They're all kind of quite close to me. I think it's kind of like my babies. You know, you have your troll babies, where I have my kind of like, you know, my books are like my children, where, you know, you tend to want to kind of pour into them.
Are you Are you
expose
married?
them as best you can.
I'm sorry. Are you married? How old are you? Are you a father? Just give us a little bit more before you go, and I want to make sure people go to my community section to find you. Are you a father? Are you married? How old is Alex Murdoch?
I'm 31,
Okay.
but I'm not married. I'm a father, but I'm not married.
Okay. You're a young lad, as they say, a young lad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Respectfully.
I've kind of been also performing poetry as well, so
Nice.
you know, it's something I've kind of ventured into. So
Okay.
and I've kind of been growing with it in terms of like, so now I have different pieces in my head where I would just go up on stage
Okay.
and I would just try and put on a show for the people, kind of thing, the audience.
Send me that Instagram
So
link.
far, no booing, so.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Send me that Instagram link, and let's get you back on the line a little bit later on in the week, and let me do some more promotion for you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
No
Alex.
worries.
Have a great night. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Salute. Take
Yes,
care.
sir. Okay. Alex Murdoch tapping in, one of my sponsors. Okay, back in the building. Sunday evening, we've been having a good discussion about a tragedy in Kansas City, Missouri. And also, my showrunner topic, are relationships, is it necessary to be in a relationship? And we've had some good perspectives on relationships, whether they're business, love. What is the definition of a relationship by today's standards, you know? Let me just elaborate a little bit more with regards to the wants, the needs, and desires, in my opinion. Because our lives are so consumed by way of social media, I think that to some degree, everybody is in the matrix. I'll just say that. And that's the issue. That's the issue. Everybody doesn't want to be competing for your attention or answering to your subscribers or followers. I think that can derail a potentially good relationship. You've allowed people who are not qualified to judge to look into a relationship that could be blossoming. Am I making sense to anybody in there? Before you can get a chance to even correct something, you got a bunch of nondescript niggas kicking dirt on your name. Kicking dirt on your name, trying to expose you. Then you go back to the person, he and or she, and then there's some other bullshit on the table. And then you're just like, hey, you know, sheesh, I think I'm gonna go home and jerk off. Less headaches. Hey, also, if anybody cares, NPR has quit Twitter. Anybody up to speed? NPR. Maybe tomorrow we will approach, is Twitter a thing of the past? I don't even use Twitter like that anymore, but NPR, I got the story right here, has quit Twitter. They were falsely accused, labeled as a state-affiliated media. NPR. Elon Musk is a goddamn troll, if you ask me. I don't trust him. You know, if anybody gives a damn, all right? I'm taking another phone call here. Maybe you're my last. I'm not sure. Area code 747. Good evening. 747. Are you there? Sunday night, late night.
Yo, exactly. Yow.
Sit tight.
What's going
Stay
on,
there.
bye?
Stay there. Don't you
I
run.
know.
Don't you run, bitch boy. Hold on a second. I got time. Hold on. This is how we treat the trolls that don't listen. I got all the time in the world. Yes, I do. Folks, if you're new to the show, I got a bunch of kids. I got a bunch of kids. Not my biological kids. That's my son right there. I don't know his name, but, you know, Give him a call.
Yow, yow.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yow, yow.
Stay,
Yow, yow.
stay by your
Exactly
phone.
yow.
Stay by your phone. Okay. Okay. Smoke screen from the 6. Okay, I got your other donation. Thank you very much. That's all we have right now in terms of the story out of Kansas City. The shooter was released. There is a GoFundMe page for the 16-year-old. We wish him a speedy recovery. Ralph Yarl, and he plays some type of instrument. He seems like a nice kid. He doesn't look like, a YSL member. A tragedy. But was he? Did he mistake the house, and was he trying to get in? Again, not trying to make any, hold on a second, excuses for the shooter. Okay, this is the link to Alex. I got your email. Thank you very much. Or was he just a racist, piece of shit? Could have just been waiting around, sitting around and waiting to shoot somebody. I don't know. Hold on a second. I'm going to finish up with this question here, guys. It's on the screen. Is it necessary to be in a relationship? Area code 718. 718. Can you hear me? Are you ready? 718. 1212. Okay. Well, maybe it's getting late. Maybe we'll just call it a night. Low Prestige, I got your other donation. Thank you. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, number 9, are you calling in? Hold on, are you calling in? Number 9 sent me a text message. Give him a second, see if he responds. If not, we might just shut it down. He's talking a little spicy about one of the callers. Gene Richmond, check your, I just sent you a text. I responded. And is it Purnell? I got your donation, Purnell. Thank you very much. Yeah, the topic wasn't Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, and I don't mean to go back, but I saw that little short video with them popping their booties, and I said, oh, God, how old is Nicki Minaj still doing this? And Troll Babies, wasn't she a month or so ago talking about people hating on her? Are they hating, or do they just want her to step it up? Give us something other than what you've been doing for the last 5 or 6 years. Okay, number 9 said he can't call in. He was just out and about. Yeah, she's just doing the same thing, if you ask me. She's always got fire bars. No ifs, ands, or buts, but you got to change it up. That's all I'll say, and I hope that Ice Spice did not sign to Nicki Minaj as far as management, and I hope she did not sign to her label. I'll keep it real with you. All right, let's call it a night. I will see you guys tomorrow at some point. Here is one of my sponsors that can help you if you are a musician, a rapper, a singer, manager, or if you're a person who works behind the scenes and you want to learn about licensing and BMI and ASCAP and other things. Check them out, www.songsthatwork.info. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.